Dr.JWolfenstein here, and we are playing another game of Tyranny of Dragons. Yes, that's right, another episode. Sorry about the week off, had some stuff to get done in the meantime, but, we're back, and, I've got some exciting news for you. So, first up, there is likely, depending, there's a high probability that there may or may not be a stream on Wednesday the 23rd, whether or not that will be Tyranny of Dragons or just a one-shot, or nothing at all, remains to be seen. It'll be a surprise. To me, almost as much as you. No, I'm kidding. But on the 30th will be the launch of my brand new campaign that will take place the opposite Wednesday of Tyranny of Dragons, which is the Seas of Vodari. For those of you who don't know, it is this book. Now, I do not own Vodari. I do not own any of the contents. If you would like to go look for it, simply Google Vodari 5e campaign. It is an amazing sword and swashbuckling campaign for D&D 5e. They introduce a brand new class, full class with 4 subclasses, the Gunslinger. It is awesome. I have play tested the Arcane Gunsmith. And we are playing around with, I'm playing around with some of the other stuff, and it is amazing. I really like it. It's hands down my favorite non-core class from any D&D supplement. They also introduced several subclasses specifically for this world. Musketeers, masks, you get to be Zorro if you really wanted to, or you get to be one of the 3 Musketeers if you really wanted to. You can play such a game. The travel is great. The stats for ships and the actual rules for ship combat are intricate and detailed and are perfect for any sword and swashbuckling campaign. If you do nothing else with this book, I highly recommend getting it just for the rules for ship combat, because I know a lot of us DMs want to do more stuff on the ocean, but don't have a lot of material to work with. Finding ship-based combat rules is difficult. I'm not going to lie. That's one of the things that D&D has sadly always been missing, or has not done well. But anyway, that campaign will start at the end of this month, and it will run every other Wednesday. So I will have one Wednesday Tyranny of Dragons, one Wednesday Seas of Vodari. My Sunday stream is still in the works, but that is probably going to wait until late September or late next year, because I am waiting for the Grim Hollow Fantasy setting to come out, and that will be awesome. And that'll be Sunday morning, 9 to 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Anyway, we do have a smaller cast of crew today, but I can run this section of the module with only 3 players, and it will not too negatively impact anyone. Today we have our kindly elderly orc, or half-orc gentleman, Mr. Rattlegast.
Good evening to you, friends.
Played by my brother David. As you can see, he's got his own sweet setup here.
Yeah.
He's just got to decorate. He's got to decorate his sparse.
Yeah, I gotta get a lelouch up on the wall.
Yeah, Mr. Code Geass, that's you.
Yeah,
by the way, hi, Kitty Senpai.
I miss Kitty.
Does she still own that shop?
As far as I know, yeah. I don't really know how COVID's gotten to her, but...
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, she was doing a lot of stuff online, I saw last.
Yeah, she's always kind of had an online presence, so hopefully.
This is the anime/Hello Kitty shop called Sweet Kitty in, where?
Renton?
Yeah, in Renton,
Washington.
It was my favorite. It still is my favorite store. But I spent a lot of money in there when I first moved up to Washington.
We both did. Fuck, dude.
God, what was it?
We spent several paychecks entirely there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My brother's favorite anime is Code Geass. I'm pretty confident I can say that's a hands down win.
Oh, for sure, by like a massive long shot.
Yeah.
And that was my name anytime I went there.
Yep,
Mr.
Oh,
hey, Code Geass, how are you?
She started calling
That's
me Care
fun.
Bear because I'm big and cuddly looking. So,
Big and fluffy.
yep, that's me. Anyway,
I
we
can't
have
talk about what most shops have called me.
Now I'm super curious.
that's for after the stream. I'd rather not get punched off of Twitch.
By the
I'm
way, Callie,
already
am I drinking alone tonight? Just curious.
No,
no.
Okay,
Nobody's
good.
there's
drinking.
a little sound of a glass in the background. Ah!
You know what? Give me just half a second.
Please and thank you.
Sorry. Covered in scotch and a mess, so I am perfectly ready for this. That was smooth.
This isn't just juice in here. It's got
No, no,
Bacardi.
no. No, it's juice.
It's still got Bacardi in here.
Excellent.
I do not endorse alcoholism, but I do endorse Cammy Cat's newest D&D song.
Also known as alcoholism.
No, it's known as the Jingle Bells D&D parody. That's what it's known as.
Oh,
Anyway, since Mr. Mason went off to fetch a drink so he can join us and we can all be drinking tonight, because it's more of a laid-back stream, just because, why not?
Yeah.
2020's been rough, guys. So,
120.
let's take it easy. Anyway, so down below me we have the one day you may see her. We have Miss
yeah.
Celine the Stargazer, played by the beautiful Kelly Cat.
Hello there, everyone. Here we are saving the world, having a drink, and being wonderful adventuring friends together.
Something like that.
Okay.
It's gonna be magical. Magical. Oh, sorry, I'm not playing the cat yet.
No, and Callie is going to join in my Cecil Vodari campaign. There you go.
Cheers.
Yo.
I believe
This little
David
hot
is
buddy.
too. Okay, I don't believe.
Yes.
I know David is joining in. But we're not telling you anything more about their characters because gotta have some surprises.
Secret.
I don't know how much of a secret it is, so much as just time and place. Anyway,
Awesome.
and then of course we have Mr. Serial, played by Mr. Masson.
Awesome.
Good day to you all. Let's out some idiots.
So we have a fighter, a rogue, and a spellcaster.
Oh, what? Excuse me? I'm an elderly old man. I don't know what you're talking about.
How dare you slander Grandfather Greenwellow?
Oh,
I mean, the
no.
old
Another
orc.
old man, I will eat my left shoe and then I will eat the right one too. For good measure.
Calling me a ruffian, how dare you?
I said rogue,
Some
not
kind
ruffian.
Despondent.
Yeah, those things are like associated with crime and villainy, and we're not crime and villainy.
Exactly.
We're the
Do I
heroes.
look like I'm capable of crime and villainy?
I'm so sorry, Rattlegast. I stand wildly corrected.
The mistakes of youth.
I know, all those rogues just fell on your sword.
Yeah, he landed on the pummel of my hilt.
You're just like, oh no, please don't hurt me.
Anyway,
I
when
forgot
last
that we
we
two-shot.
Yeah.
when last we checked in on our heroes, they were traveling to Waterdeep from Baldur's Gate, which is a fairly large journey. However, they have finally reached Dragonspear. It is a fairly decent-sized village. It's at least got more than one inn. It's got a blacksmith, some shopping districts, and of course, our intrepid adventurers are being paid today. Because their agreement was they get paid every 10-day. 10 days, 10-day week cycle. Yes, Faerun has 10-day weeks. Don't at me, at the creators. If you don't like it, well, that's on you. I don't really care. I really don't. But our intrepid adventurers, because some of them rolled really high on their results ended up getting swanky positions as bodyguards for Mr. Oh God, one of these days I'm going to memorize this dude's name. Acrony.
Yeah.
Mr. Acrony Uyelton. An independent wagon master who's hauling furs, skins, some of which are untreated, some of which are. You never know. He's a rather boorish man without a trace of civilization about him. He's smelly, vulgar, and utterly without manners.
And a deer killer. Bastard.
At this point, I just want to refer to him as the greasy one.
Oh, he is Greasy Soul in my notes, actually.
He does, however, take full advantage of your handkerchiefs, even though he's feeling you up half the time.
Yeah, well, it comes with being the hero. Besides, I'm playing Celine almost like she's 12, so it's not awkward for me. It's more awkward for them.
Can we call him Pizza the Hut?
I mean, you could. No one's stopping you. Whether you do or not is another matter entirely. But anyway. So you guys were hired as bodyguards, which means you received 10 gold pieces per 10 day. So you have currently been on the road about 1.5 10 day. Actually, maybe a little more. Probably about 2 10 day. Let me double check my notes here.
I'm pretty sure it's towards the 2 line. We did take a lot of time to just... Because we're totally not stretching this out for the money to save the land. Totally.
No, it is about 1.5 10 day.
Ah.
Because the total trip only takes about 40 days, and you're almost to the halfway mark. So yeah. But he does pay you the full 15. 10 for the full 10 day, and 5 for the half. Your room and board are being covered by him as part of your negotiations. Rattlegast, you unfortunately lost your former employee with Mr. Oyen, Oyen Evenmore, who was an independent wagon master hauling exotic birds.
Dropped me like an ugly baby.
Yep.
Who leaves an old man? Not at a nursery home, even.
Terrible.
He didn't even wait for the city.
Well, thankfully, no one was going to throw him out of the caravan, so. Also, Mr. Acrony, being the intelligent and business-savvy man that he is, was quick to snatch you up.
Yep.
Because we have reached town, and I think this is a good point to do so, I'm going to reward you guys some XP.
Woo.
Wait, did we fully resolve that thing that was going on yet?
Yes, you did fight the caravan. You did flee the hobgoblins and chase them off. I'm hoping you did, because if not, you did.
That's right where we ended.
Yeah,
We finished that fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they are just hobgoblins. I'm assuming you took all their shit.
One of them didn't die. The leader.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
we took a non-lethal approach to one of them.
Yes. You did capture him. So you do have a captured hobgoblin. Question is do you turn him over to the guard or do you turn him over to the mob?
Was there a mob?
The mob meaning your caravan.
Oh.
Honestly, just turn him over to the guide. He picked a fight with a whole caravan. It was like 8 of them versus...
Like 100.
Yeah. I feel more sorry for them.
Fair enough. All
I
right.
mean, to be fair, the kobold, the hobgoblins got like what 3 hits on at us before they all dropped.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Pretty
was
much.
it was a pretty one-sided fight.
So
They did all lose their weapons at the start of the fight.
Yeah, that was great of Matt.
yes, Matt definitely came in MVP status there.
Super clutch.
So, but since you're turning him over to the guard, I will say that the guard awarded you heroes in particular, awarded you 100 gold to divvy up among you as you see fit. So go
I
ahead.
would say the bulk of what should go to our MVP for what he had done.
Oh, Wolfenite.
Yes.
I'll abstain my share and let Wolfenate have it because frankly I don't want to be paid to like take care of goblins that were probably desperate to attack a caravan of 100 people.
I mean, also let's be fair here. Isn't he the owner of the current caravan we're riding in? I feel like we owe him at least some sort of payment.
He can take
Yep.
care of it. Yeah,
He can take care of the full amount.
Matt's becoming our wagon master.
Yep, he is. Oh, good God. Does anyone remember?
But Serial, since we've had you mostly keeping track of like major finances or like putting like when we divided up the first time, I think you should just hold on to the 100 until we get a session with Matt in here.
I can agree with that.
And if you give it to Celine, she'll buy something cute. So yeah, not a good idea.
All right, so Cereal, go ahead and you have 100 gold pieces in the general coffer.
Okay, just give me half a moment. I'm not sure if anyone watching has ever actually had to fix a PS4 to, stop it from yelling at you, but this is actually a bit of a pain. Easy, but a pain.
So I'm going to award you some XP because I think it's about that time. I think that's important at this point. So everyone, bless you.
Thank you.
Everyone gets 1,800 experience points.
Oh wow!
Whoa.
So I have 4,595 right now. Does that sound accurate?
Actually, David, you only get 1,500 XP because you weren't there for one of the missions.
Dang it.
Sorry,
That's-
fair's fair.
Just kidding.
Celine the Stargazer. That does sound right. Yes.
Okay, just making sure where I know where I'm adding to. All right, so then add the 18 plus 1,800.
I'm going to go ahead and put that number in the chat just so everyone can see it.
So that is 6,395. Got it.
And that puts me at 7,797, putting me to 5.
Congratulations, Mr. Mason. You now level up to level 5.
What's the level cap on five?
Let me.
What's the amount
It
needed?
is 6,500.
65? Okay, so I'm a few shy.
Well, you might not be when when I'm actually done here. So,
Why am I sneezing so much tonight?
you're allergic to your dog. You have to get rid of him. He has to come live with me.
You would love Dexter.
Yeah, that's kind of a given. My old man wouldn't, but I would.
I'm pretty sure it's all the dust I cleaned out of the heatsink in this thing. Because when I opened it up, my PS4, I feel so bad for this poor thing. I have neglected it so bad. I couldn't look through the heatsink. There was so much dust.
There you go.
I feel so bad. I'm sorry.
Oof.
You're bad and you should feel bad. No, I'm just kidding. Relax. I'm not talking to you, Mason. I'm talking to the viewers.
What?
Yeah.
I'm used to you talking to me in certain ways that most people would assume is rude, and I'm just kind of tuning it out.
Yeah. But so, um,
I'm gonna mute myself while I have a sneezing fit.
I mean, good idea. God damn it. All right. There we go. Okay, so level 5 is 6,500 EXP. Everybody should be mostly there, except for
6130.
yeah.
About 100 off in my case. 105.
So I'm going to go through the list of the events that you've done, and I'm going to award bonus XP depending on how well you RP'd, a critical shot or critical thinking.
Oh, snap.
I do believe in rewarding players with a little more than just inspiration. I encourage roleplay in all things because this is a roleplay game. Some DMs don't want to do this. They worry about showing favoritism. I get it. But that's just not how I've just never bothered. Because you know what? Those who work hard to roleplay in a roleplay game should be rewarded. So, the adventuring life. Rattlegast. I'm giving you 100 XP because you fought to keep your job. And you didn't get upset with Oyen, really. You tried to implore him. You were compassionate. You were more worried about him and showed that your quality is true. And you know what? I think the audience would agree that you deserve the 100 XP. So,
I really wanted to fight those guys.
Between Celine and Wolfenite, who is not here, between the two of you, during your animal abuse bit, saving the horses, or not saving them and then damning the man, I'm going to give you both 100 more XP because I thought that was brilliant. It was a lot of fun, and it was very creative, especially the solution you came up with. So 100 more XP for that.
Added.
So, those of you who chased after the stag, who ended up getting to the end of that chase? I want to say it was.
I think it was Serial and I.
No,
Yeah.
I actually fell short.
Oh,
Oh
was
no,
it,
it was
Wolf and I?
I know one of you got there. It wasn't me.
I think it
I know
was
Rattlegast
Wolf
has
and I.
gotten there.
Yeah, Wolf and I and me, I think both ended up there. I thought it was Serial and me, but maybe it was Wolf and I.
For some reason, I thought it was Serial and you too, but
No, it was Wolfenite and Rattlegast. The reason why you believe it was me is because they ended up giving the bow to me as I am Elven, and it made more sense to them.
That's right.
we totally didn't racial profile there. No.
I
We
mean,
say
you're
as I am now wielding the bow.
also you're the fighter who has proficiency with all the weapons.
Oh, yeah, that was the reason.
So you class profiled him.
Oh, sure.
But
Sure, not like elves have martial training or anything.
They don't. They have elven training, which only gives them certain things. So, do you want to be a racist or a classist? Pick one.
Well, why not both?
Okay, fine. Racist, classist, son of a bitch. But so
I hate Knifers so much. You know this.
So Serial and Celine, you both get 50 XP for completing the first run of the chase. Because I do know that Thier tried to keep up and just wasn't
yeah.
But so the Serial and Celine, both of you get 50 XP for that, and for the fun little character moment you had while waiting. Rattlegast and Wolfenite, you're going to get another 100 XP for just the amazing dialogue, and also the non-combat oriented ending to that. In fact, Wolfenite's going to get 150 because I know it was in large part due to his abilities as a druid that really helped in this particular one.
It was a good moment for Matt because he really jumped on the whole. Yeah, I'm not okay with this.
Yeah.
If you weren't editing it on his sheet for him, could someone put it in the chat for him so for when he can get to it?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat when I'm all done. So that was a great moment for Matt, and I think he did really well with it. So he's gonna get an additional 50 XP for that. Next is Payback. When you found the buried man, who ends up being one of the members of the Harpers. Between, I think Thier is going to get an extra 50 for this one because he was one of the first to help take the guy up, despite knowing what the warning said. Also, I'm going to give another 50 XP to Celine because she was quick to help. I believe it was you, Serial, who spotted him, though, right? With that.
Yes, with a roll of 23.
Yep. I'm going to give you 10 experience points for that because fucking phenomenal roll, especially from far away. And I'm going to give the party...
What does my eye see?
I'm going to give the party a collective 50 as well because, you invited this person who clearly wasn't in the best spot, and you listened to him and you listened to his story, and you helped one of the Harpers. Someone that you're kind of working with anyway. So you did help your goal. Ultimately speaking, this action will have other benefits that come along, as I'm sure you've probably guessed. Yeah, he's grateful, and I think that was really nice of you guys. So, no room at the inn. Or as I like to call it, Rattlegast's Roughhouse. Rattlegast, you get an extra 100 XP because of all that role playing and all that chicanery and all that fucking bullshit. Oyen gains the Tavern Brawler feat.
Yes.
That was actually pretty good.
That's awesome.
He just rolled really well.
Because he knocked a dude out with a fucking tankard, so... You know what? I'm going to give Oyen the Tavern Brawler feat. So anyone who wants to use a slightly altered Oyen even more, he now has Tavern Brawler.
Awesome.
Also, for those of you who don't know what this is, that just appeared on my screen, this is the DM's notes for this module, and it is literally all the side characters that could have been in this caravan. And I'm actually going to put in my personal edit, has the Tavern Brawler feat. So in my personal campaign, in my personal notes, highlighted and everything, Oyen even more has the Tavern Brawler feat. He now deals 1d4 bludgeoning damage with fucking improvised weapons, has proficiency in improvised weapons.
So good.
But yeah. Fear's actually going to gain 25 XP for just kind of sitting out and keeping the boss out of harm's way, because that's kind of what you're supposed to do as a bodyguard. Celine, I think you were outside too.
I was outside and then
inside.
played healer inside, so that's up to you whether you want.
I'll give you 50 XP for that.
I was actually trying to
de-escalate the situation.
Yeah, because the Crony was like really upset about that.
Yep.
Because he was trying to do the right thing and like not kick the guy out.
I will mention this now. She also did have her little flitty bird in there assisting everyone.
That is true too. She did have Saloon. So
Saloon gets 50
XP as well.
Alright, let's see what happens there. Hold on. Oh, nope, not a level up for Saloon, sadly.
Serial, I think it's you who ultimately decided not to kill them.
Yes, I went for turning into a giant and scaring the crap out of them, then knocking them out.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you 25 XP for that, for the non-lethal option. Because, god damn it, I don't want a party of just murder hobos.
Hey, to be fair, the innkeep was polite to us and did ask no murdering anyone in my tavern.
Yes, please don't murder anyone in my tavern. No moments really stood out for me for this stranded fight with the hobgoblins. But I will give everybody a collective 25 XP more for not for bringing the last hobgoblin captain in for justice. I will give you that. So grand total, go ahead and total everything up if you haven't been this whole time.
So I'm at 6,720 if the math adds up.
Okay.
Nice.
Welcome to level 5.
Sweet. Let's check this out. Click the little button.
Yep.
Wow, that's a lot of big letters.
So I'm going to Matt's going to get a sum total of 225. White Hill is going to get a total of 1950, roughly. Yep. Eric's going to get a total of 1900.
Oh wow, I have no clue how to use this character answer thing, so I think what I'm gonna do is just exit out of that. Never mind, and do it manually.
I mean, if you really want me to, I can do it. It's not that hard.
I'm just trying to understand what it's asking.
I mean, fair enough.
Okay, so I clicked it, brings you to the main screen.
Yes.
Okay, shows all your stats.
Yes. So what it's asking you is, are you taking a level in Warlock or are you taking one in Cleric?
Oh, okay, so 1 in Warlock.
Okay, so there's your 1. Did you want to roll or take the average?
I get to choose. It's not roll and then.
So it is, but if you so it's roll, and if you don't get the average, you take the average.
Cool. Okay, so let's do the roll.
Okay.
Okay, I am definitely taking the average.
Yep.
What's the average on the D10 one again?
D10 is 6 because it's half the die plus 1. All right, so now you take the average. So average. Next, you're gonna just click the next button.
Okay, so I took the average, hit next. No, I do not want to swap. So next is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or I get to choose a feat.
Yep, ability score, take a feat.
Alright. That I might need to think on.
Rattleghast, did you level?
20 away.
Go ahead and level.
Oh, I'll get there when I get there.
Well, yeah, okay, fair enough.
No. I
don't
want to hear
steal
you
XP.
argue it in an old man voice.
I'll get there when I get there. You know, you youngsters are all so hasty about these things.
See, you could get it just for that.
It's okay to take the long road. Enjoy the journey. Don't be in such a fret for the destination.
You have.
I'm going to remind all 3 of you now, I know him well enough. He's going to give you 20 experience just for that.
I actually really
I was not
He
appreciate it.
really appreciates roleplay.
I will say this: at least take inspiration for the amazing roleplay.
I will take inspiration. Ooh. I always forget I have things in my inventory.
What are these things? The items? What are these?
I forget. I have cool stuff.
He's the same in Divinity Original Sin. Like, it's so bad. He constantly forgets their shit in his inventory.
Listen,
That's like really
okay?
good.
Listen.
If it weren't for the game telling you what skills you already know, he'd probably have bought and relearned several skills.
No, I would never do that. Never in my life. I have a perfect memory.
Where am I? I know this town like the back of my hand. Ooh, that's new.
Who are you? I mean, perfect memory.
Jesus. So, as soon as everyone's done leveling, they can let me know.
I'm good to go whenever.
Alright. Well, you're a fighter. Your leveling is like nothing.
Savage.
It also helps that at this level, all I really get is, oh, hey, look.
I can swing twice.
Yeah.
I am harder to hit, and I'm going to hit you harder than you can look.
Yep.
That's... No, I'll
Levels
just
up.
take an ASI,
Gets
I
better
think,
at
this
fighting.
Alright. What 2 stats are you increasing, Celine?
It'll be a charisma times 2, as if I need it.
I mean, you know. Turn your charisma to an 18.
It is Celine, after all. Yep. Get it up to an 18. So, okay, ability score times 2. There we go. And do I learn anything?
I don't think
You can add 1 new spell?
Yep.
What the heck is Starburst? Why haven't I had this before?
Because I just recently obtained the Deep Magic magic book.
There is a spell literally with star theme, but I can't take a look at it. Alright, give me a sec so I can figure out what it is. What it does.
Oh, you gotta add a new cantrip?
Well, it just says I can add one.
Okay, yeah, add one.
Yeah. Starburst spell. I can't see the description of it, so I'm trying to figure that out.
Starburst, you cause a mode of starlight to appear and explode in a 5-foot cube you can see within range. It has a range of 60 feet. If a creature is in the cube, it must succeed on a charisma saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. This spell increases to 2d8 when you reach 5, 3d8 when you reach 11, and 4d8 when you reach 17.
Ah. Okay,
Do it.
yeah, the thing is I could take it, but there's gotta be... Well, there's nothing else I'm really gonna take.
Plus, let's be honest, you get to explode a star in someone's face.
Yeah, it fits the character way too well. Yeah, I'll pick it up just for funsies.
Okay.
Alright, there it is. Alright, that should be everything, because I don't think I get to learn another.
Did you take Misty Step? Or is that given to you somewhere?
That's, I think, given to me.
Oh, then, sorry, you're able to take a level 2 spell now. Sorry, that's what you get. You don't get another cantrip, sorry.
Oh, okay. It was funny, it just showed it in the cantrip section.
Yeah, I have no idea why.
Yeah, you can replace one spell, I know that.
Yes, but there is a spell called Starburst if you want to replace a cantrip.
Nah, I'm good. I like the other stuff in the kit.
Alright, so
okay,
you gotta take level 2 spells now.
Okay. Vomit tentacles, no thank you.
What, you don't want tentacles?
I mean, things I've said in serious conversation before, but...
I'll be right back.
This isn't Japan. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Mirror image.
I live in the gutter, Mason. I don't know who you talking to.
Correction, you are the gutter.
Fortune's favor. I have no clue what a lot of these do. Just because they added a whole bunch, but you can't look at the description on this page.
If you click the I and give it a minute, it'll appear in that box.
Oh, in the box maybe above me?
It should be to the right of your spells. Of the list. It's a big box that says spells.
Okay. Oh, you actually have to click it.
Yeah, if you click the I.
Spells.
It should bring it up. Solitary
Okay,
Fireball.
No, it's... Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, now it's pulling things up. Okay.
Yeah,
so...
it just takes a second.
Okay, so let's go spells. And I just wanted to show
Solitary Fireball is fireball that does not light shit on fire.
I could get Armor of Agathis. I could also get a level 1 spell if I'd like. But let's look. Charm of Great Fondness. Let's take a look at that.
By the way, everyone, just so you are aware that, for a gentle reminder, I will be taking my group through this whole big module. This was the D&D game module to kick off the 5th edition. I'm personally very excited. I do highly recommend obtaining this book because it is amazing and it is beautiful. And lots of fun stuff. Lots of beautiful artwork. Just all in all, it's really well done. And if you want to see Tiamat again, for those of you who are insane, you can check out Descent into Avernus, where you actually probably will meet Tiamat. Also, for those of you who do not watch Critical Role, I highly recommend it because the most amazing thing happened in episode 118, and I will not spoil it for anyone. But it was awesome. I will also recommend to anyone who is new to DMing or would like to start DMing, all you really need is a good idea and a couple of players. If you just want to run a module, you can totally do that. The thing is never be afraid to try, and never be afraid to go back, retcon, or just make shit up. Because in all honesty, it's D&D, and the point is to have fun, not stick to a story concretely. Don't be afraid to add in your own flavor. As long as your players are having fun, that's all that really matters. Which I like to think most of my players are having fun.
I mean,
I love our session. I'll also remind everyone to have fun yourself. You deserve it.
That's true. Never be afraid to have fun as the DM because you're half the players.
Yeah.
Hell, you're
very true.
You're like 90% of the cast. If I'm being perfectly frank.
I think people should have fun at least once a day.
Right?
Minimum.
Twice a day if they're cute.
I mean, every day is the majority of your life.
It's like one of those statistics. Did you know 90% of accidents occur at home? Well, fucking gee.
I would also like to pitch the idea for anyone watching. We are in a Discord, and I'm sure our DM would love to have more people to play.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is totally Celine.
I do not mind inviting people to the Discord and allowing them the opportunity to jump into this game. I think an ideal party well, okay. According to the book, the ideal party size is 4, but you all saw how that worked out.
Well, yeah, an ideal optimized party is what it meant.
But I mean, I would happily take another 1 or 2 players into this game. I may take another 1 or 2 players into my next game. And I mean, hell, if you guys if you guys are enjoying what you're watching, and you want to be a part of it, then I tell you what, I will be having another stream start in September next year. If you guys are still interested, I will hold a spot for you. And you could be in the Grim Hollow Grimdark fantasy setting. That's I'm perfectly happy to do that because I want people to play this game. I want people to love this game like I love this game. I mean, it's 20 years of my life I've devoted for this game.
It's a family.
God damn, I've been playing D&D for 20 years, David.
Hell yeah. I'm jealous.
You had the chance, you bastard!
Remember, D&D isn't just a game. It's a way of life.
You could have bugged me more. I'm just saying. You could have bugged me more about it.
Okay, wait. How fucking long did I bug you to watch my favorite anime? And you watched it when? When did you watch it? 2015?
Come on, let's not drag up the past.
2016 even?
Did I watch it before you watched Code Geass or after?
After.
Shit.
And you didn't even watch it with me! I watched Code Geass!
What?
Yeah! You didn't watch it with me!
No, weird.
No, because you said you wanted
We watched Ultimate together.
No, we did not.
What?
No, we didn't, because you said you wanted to watch it on your own. We watched Fairy Tail together. We watched Parasite together.
That was good.
Yeah, Parasite was really good. But no, we didn't watch Ultimate together. We still haven't, you bastard.
That's weird. I genuinely remember watching it. Maybe it's just because we talked about it so much when I was watching it.
Yes, very likely. You might have watched it with Joy. I don't know. But anyway.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be her cup of tea. Anyway.
She doesn't like good anime.
That's on her at this point. I mean, you and I only watch good anime.
Yeah.
Well, except you like Attack on Titan.
Wow.
To all the Attack on Titan fans, I'm not sorry.
That's fucked up, yo.
Whatever.
That shit's good, dude.
Whatever.
If you can say that, having seen the most recent season, I am shocked.
I probably read the most recent season. I don't remember.
That shit was dope.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress.
After several derails later.
Yeah. And this is a more laid back stream. I have 3 players.
I'm going to go ahead and mention this for everyone to know, because I'm going to throw it right back into Jones' face here.
Oh.
What is your favorite saying to tell people when they have a differing opinion of yours?
Everyone's entitled to be wrong?
Exactly.
What's my next favorite saying, Mr. Smartmouth?
I am right 98% of the time, and the other 3% of the time is my gift to the world.
There you go.
God, I know this never look now.
And I love watching David's face as he does the math.
Yes, it equals 101.
Are you some kind of math wizard?
I don't know. I just know that there's 101 Dalmatians somewhere in London that need some loving. And I always like to go above and beyond for people. So 101%.
Oh. Above and beyond what's physically possible.
Yeah.
Ah. Understood.
Just for you.
Yep. You goddamn right.
Okay.
It's exactly.
That sounded very sexual.
What?
Callie is very sexual.
Though when I told Derek, love you, you guys all took it the wrong way. I wanted it to be like cute.
I mean,
Even that, he confronted me at work. He's like, Callie, yeah, when you said that, and you being you, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Callie, you know we adore you. We love you to death. But it's you.
Yeah, but it's me. Can I use my awesome new warlock powers I just got?
Yes.
which is what?
So I picked up, because I'm the support, the fortune spell, fortune blessing or whatever it was
Fortune's
in that
favor?
list. Fortune's favor, because that is not OP at all, and totally fits Celine.
It's really not. I mean, just ask Caleb Widowguest.
Oh, no. What makes it OP is being a warlock.
That's true. Casting it at higher levels automatically is OP as shit.
No, getting it back on short rests is.
That too.
Would it last 24 hours?
That too.
Yep. So I'm spreading my newfound luck and love with everybody.
Well, there you go. But so you're all in. You're all in Dragonspear is the name of the town you're at. So you're going to stay here for at least 2 days. How are you going to spend it? We can either do everybody as a group, or I can do individuals, or you can round robin, or you can just tell me something you want to do, and we can just say, ta-da!
Wolfenite and I had actually discussed getting a second caravan, a second coach, to be able to carry a mini smithy, so I could do repair work and such on the road.
Roll me an investigation check with advantage, because Wolfenite is going to help you.
Advantage, investigation.
So you don't find anyone who's selling another cart. The reason being is that while this is a larger town, it is still smaller than most settlements you've passed, or most settlements you've been in recently. In fact, this town, while it is slightly bigger than Green Nest, is still small. It does have walls, thank God. But it is still small. However, you are able to find someone who offers wagon repair. If you perhaps had a wagon or a carriage that you would need to repair, he may or may not be willing to offer his services for a fair price.
I'll have to talk to the boss about that then, see if he has any spare, slightly broken carts.
Okay. While you're doing that, Rattlegast, what are you up to?
There's two things that I want to do. One, I'm going to whisper to you, which I probably need some kind of ingredients for. I assume I'm doing this correctly.
Yes.
So whatever I need to do for that, away from the party, and then the rest of the time I'm just gonna hang out with, during the daytime, that and hanging out with the party, and then I have something else I want to do at night.
Okay. So roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
So you do find that while a purveyor of such items is not going to be found here, you do know that there is some form of your kind of market.
Okay.
You are able to find someone who doesn't quite tell you that there's such things that you're looking for around, but you can just in the moors, just right outside of town. If you were to go down the hill, you meet this particular person is a stable hand, and he says, "Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. If you go down by the old creek, you'll find the most beautiful flowers there. I gave some to me mother, and it healed her perfectly. She no longer sick, got rid of her nasty cough. It's just go down by the creek there, and you'll find the flowers, and you can give them to anybody. I gave them to my mother.
Perfect. Thank you, friend. Yes, I have the worst case of asthma you've ever seen. Thank you so much.
A lot of people have bad breathing problems, and if they don't, they're bound to get some.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, friend.
Thank you. And so you do go down to where you're told, and you do find a very noticeable plant. Um, uh, you find enough of it to make two applications. You can make either a liquid or a paste. Which do you prefer?
Well, you said I can make 2?
Yes.
I'll make 1 of each.
So the paste you can likely mix in food or in drink, and it will dissolve fairly easily. The liquid is actually an oil that you could apply to a weapon, and it would last for an hour.
Okay. I will add that to my inventory. Or do you want to add that? Do you have specifications?
Yeah, I'm actually going to add that to your inventory here.
Okay. All right, I'll leave it alone.
Sorry, viewers, I'm pulling Rattlegas character sheet off screen, so you can't see what I do.
Why am I?
And,
Cool.
And then, hold on. I'm going to put it in your notes here. Over here in your treasure.
Here, I'm going to take this moment to use the restroom real fast.
No worries. Plus 2d6. Alright. So I put that on your character sheet there. You should be able to see it.
Yep.
Alrighty. And so that's what you did in the day. Was there anything else you wanted to do in the day, or were you just kind of hanging around the party?
Just hanging around the party and just kind of like socializing and stuff.
Alright, easily done. So you create your perfect alibi. No, I'm just kidding.
But I need an alibi for. I'm just hanging out with my friends.
Yes, you're hanging out with your friends. Yes. We know. You're the goodest of old boys.
Goodest.
Yes.
Totally not able to murder anyone that actually crosses.
I could never kill a man.
I could never kill a man. Oh, those specific words. You know, if it's good
Maybe
enough.
Several though.
I mean, if it's good enough for Mr. Tolkien, it's good enough for me. I am no man. Shh. Fucking stab me in the face. Because
Pretty good.
Yep. I have yet to kill a man. I've only killed the monsters that have assailed me.
And that's called rationalization, ladies and gentlemen.
Good stuff.
So, Celine, what is it you would like to do?
Well, I'm going to fill out my lore here, because you wonder how Celine and Saloon managed to travel as young and youthful and kind of naive? Saloon is a heavy gambler. So
Saloon
we're
or
going
Celine?
Saloon.
Okay.
Celine's too innocent. So I would like to cast I would like to cast my new fortune spell on Saloon.
Okay, fortune's favor. Thank you, Matthew Mercer.
As well as guidance.
Okay.
And he's gonna go play cards.
How's a hummingbird playing cards?
Basically, I am accepting challengers. Celine is kind of the spokeswoman. Like, step right up and see if you can beat him. Saloon is a big fan of card games.
Okay. I can see it.
So,
Technically
yeah.
a fae spirit, so technically intelligent.
yeah. So, Celine is kind of seeing if people will step up, and she's mostly relying on the gimmick of the performance of facing a hummingbird in cards.
Roll a performance and a persuasion check, please.
Performance and persuasion? Sure.
Yes, indeed.
Guidance myself?
Yes. You can guidance yourself for one.
And fortune myself, why not? I've got 2 slots.
Alright.
So where am I at? Hold on.
So, now,
Sorry.
quick thing, you can only guidance yourself for one of the rolls. Would you want to do it for
Yeah, for the
the
first one, right?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, I have fortune on me, so let's start with the guidance. Just for the sake of form. That didn't work. 4. Alright, so that's only going to be a 1 added. And then, said performance.
Yep.
So, let's do that one first. So that's a 28 with the 1.
Wow, nat 22.
And then, yeah, that's like my best skill. And then, you said persuasion?
Yes.
16. Because Celine.
Okay. So you do find a couple of people who are willing to play. One in particular seems to be pretty good at just being a gambler.
Yep.
And
Saloon is dressed in his finest livery and is bristling his feathers at this like mere peasant that has come up to play cards against him.
I mean, fair enough.
And is just staring the man down. And Celine puts the cards out. And how Celine's going to do this is that she actually just fans the cards, with Saloon there. And Saloon just picks the cards, seemingly with the tip of the beak there.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a. Do you have proficiency in cards?
No, Saloon does not have proficiency in cards, and neither does Celine.
Okay. So I want you to roll me a sleight of hand check for Saloon.
Sleight of hand?
Yes.
For Saloon, so that would just be straight up Dex.
Yep.
I think.
Yes.
Where is it? Sleight of hand. There it is. And give him a little guidance on this one.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. It's not pulling the, It's being fussy. Why is it not? Okay, there it is. So that plus guidance.
And I will roll for the commander here. That's not terrible. By the way, yes, chat, for those of you wondering, yes, I do use real dice still for some rolls.
So yeah, Saloon has a total of 22.
So with the 22, he so as Saloon is playing cards against this guy, which is hilarious in and of itself.
There is complete mocking. Like Saloon will like fly up from the other side of the cards. Won't look at theirs, but it'll be like, bring it on.
Oh yeah.
There's no bowing. There's no friendly sportsmanship. It is pure competition.
I get you. The game gets pretty interesting as the first round does go to Saloon, um, and he does win.
Yep.
Uh, the next round, go ahead and roll me another one.
All right, another sleight of hand for Saloon.
Yep.
I'm guessing no guidance on this one for the sake of form.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to treat that as my advantage for Saloon.
Okay, you can use Fortune's favor.
Yep, so that's 17.
Okay. So on this one though, Saloon and the guy get the same hand. They both get the same hand, so there is no winner. But the guy does smile and walk off, giving you a few copper coins for the fun and novelty of
Playing against the bird.
Yep. For the winning of the last game, you do get a couple of gold pieces.
All right, let's put. I'm going to put him in Saloon's inventory because, well. So he has 2 gold pieces on him.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And after doing that, I'm going to use that as a conversation piece. Having probably gathered a crowd by this point.
Yeah.
To gather stories and do my usual, warlock duties, collecting stories for the stars.
Just roll me a charisma check.
Straight charisma?
Yep.
Sure. I'll just keep that.
Well, gee, I wonder why. So, you do go about and you do mingle. And there's a lot to mingle about, believe it or not. Many people are talking about the Trollbark Forest along the Tradeway and how it's bordered on the Tradeway is bordered on either side by 2 forests. One of which being the Trollbark Forest, the other they call the Western Moorwood, because it's on the high moors and it's on the western end of the moors because they're not very inventive. Because much like pirates, they're an unimaginative lot when it comes to naming things. But you do know that this roadway is apparently, if rumor can be believed, there have been carriages who've gotten stuck on a sticky tar-like substance that's white, not black. It's very odd.
Oh, not good.
They've gotten through okay once they've gotten rid of that shit, but it has stopped and has caused problems for several carriages and caravans. You heard tell of even further along, just outside of Daggerford, you hear tell of a pair of twins. Beautiful, beautiful twins. Who appear on the road and who offer travelers, usually small groups of travelers, storytelling for the night. Though no one ever quite recalls what these twins look like. You do also know that they are they seem to like disappear when the sun comes up, and they're gone. It's very odd. It's an odd set of stories. But those are the 2 rumors you hear the most about.
Alrighty. Those will be added to my stories.
The current talk of the town, though, is the new caravan that's passing through. And some people go, oh, these poor bastards, they'll never make it to Waterdeep. They're all going to die out here on the moors. Or some of the other ones, man, I wish I could go to Waterdeep. Or, oh, man, I wish I could afford to go.
Oh, man.
You do see that a lot of the caravan are making a brisk trade. Or at least those who have a trade to make. Acrony being one of them. His 2 helpers are indeed making quite a brisk trade of it. Wolfenite and Fear, along with Marina, have volunteered to stay pretty close to him in town for now as bodyguards. They said they will do their own thing a little bit later. So that's what you hear for most of this day. Now, there is a conversation that happens between Rattlegast and Serial, which involves the trading of a crossbow for a copper piece and a short bow, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed.
Short little fun.
A deal well struck.
Could I use painter's supplies, please?
What would you like to do with them?
Of their transaction, but just their hands.
Okay, well, roll a dexterity. Roll a painter's kit check.
Painter's kit dexterity?
Yes, please.
With guidance, right?
If you want.
Always. Not that it's going to matter. I'm on fire today.
And just a quick word of note, Serial, you can add a longsword, a longbow, 15 arrows to your character sheet, as well as a great sword and 4 javelins.
Nice.
Would you mind chat real quick because I slow my tonight.
Give me a second. Let me pull my keyboard closer. Alright. Bang, bang, bang. Dun, dun, dun.
So on the nat 20, could I describe it?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
So Celine has drawn them up in like very, very over the top fashion. And as you guys are making this trade, it's more like the brothers in arms kind of thing, where you're more like handshaking along the further along the wrist, towards the forearm.
Mm-hmm.
And despite Rattlegast being, withered, you're still an orc, and your hand is significantly larger than Serial's.
Fair.
And everything is just drawn in immaculate detail, especially just for a sketch. And Celine kind of gives this wide grin and shows it over.
Impeccable job as always, Celine.
Thank
What
you,
a
grandfather.
knack you have.
And she turns the page and she said grandfather, and then she stares at you. You could just tell she's trying to remember something. And then she just kind of continues about her little town visit. She is as happy as can be, just talking with people and skipping around.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
In all of your years, you've never seen anybody who deserves to be mugged more.
That's
I'm not sure if you. I'm not sure if you've seen Puss in Boots. They did like a kids animated thing, but the first episode, the female lead goes to the town. It's a big bandit town, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know why I would have any trouble. I have so much money." She's just walking everywhere with like yelling that. It's great.
Yep, I don't know why you deserve to be mugged, but you do.
Yeah. Celine being innocent.
Yep.
Mhm.
But easily done. Now the next question. Excuse me. So, as things quiet down for the evening, you all adjourn to a tavern called the Boar's Head Flagon. There's not a bard in here to play, but it is fairly lively. There's a decent trade. You see a lot of the caravan are here.
No bard, you say? What will warlock do?
I mean, well, if the warlock wants to perform.
Ooh. Oh, Celine's gonna tell a story. Yeah, that's happening. Go ahead. I'll let you guys do your thing first.
So, as
Rattlegas is going to play a bit of flute to that story.
Oh, nice.
You all calm and quiet down, and you're getting ready for your evening's rest. Rattlegast and Celine, go ahead and roll performance checks.
All right. I'll just go ahead and say I'm using fortune on this. That seems fair, right?
Yep.
So let's go performance. Just out of curiosity, if I'm using pictures from like my books and stuff, would that be a painter's supply or just straight performance?
I'd still say that'd be a performance.
Okay, just curious. All right. So performance. Yeah, 26.
All right. Great. So,
And I have flute music. Thank you, Rattlegas.
so between Rattlegast's flute music and your enthusiastic stories, hold on.
Saloon is fighting 1,000 crows in a pretty devastating combat right now.
I don't know why my phone alarm was going off. Because of course it is. Because I don't turn it off. I don't turn it off when I have my days off. So, but anyway.
Please, we know we don't turn it off. With
every-
how you sleep like the dead, you'd lose your entire day if you didn't.
Yep.
Oh,
Slept for 48 consecutive hours.
yikes. I do have a
Nice.
No
mechanical
one bothered
question.
me. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm technically level 5, right?
Yes.
So a lot of my cantrips go up in dice, right?
Correct.
Okay, it didn't actually do that, so I gotta change it. Okay, that's all I was wondering. Sorry.
No worries. So, as you all, your story gets told, you do collect about 3.5 gold pieces worth of silver and copper coins. Not a bad night, all things considered. Most of the caravan doesn't pay simply because they've heard most of your stories before.
Yep. Oh, most of mine? Really?
You've been with the caravan a long time telling stories.
I need more stories. I got one about a pair of elf twins or a pair of beautiful twins, but they could be elves, I guess. Knife ears are considered pretty, right?
Wow.
Sorry.
Blatant
Hate elves.
racism is blatant and racism.
I really hate elves. Which is funny because I look like one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then I have a story about what I'm assuming spiders. But the twist on the story I'm gonna do on the apparently caravans getting stuck in white stuff, which leave that alone. Is that they're actually getting
Dave.
Yeah, I know. Dave just died.
Which just leaving that alone.
It's okay. We'll let our audience write their own joke.
Yeah, but I am gonna put a cute spin on that. That's actually a grandmother spider that's like collecting them and like treating everybody to dinner and then sending them on their way. So when they get away.
I want you to email them to me.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. So and I'm gonna complete it with artwork, and I'm going to work on my. I'm gonna use my Weaver's kit to do my mage hand as the spider. You see what I'm saying? So like give it a little outfit to throw over the mage hand, so that it can be the spider for these things. I'm gonna be working on my props too.
Fair enough. Roll a Weaver's kit test, dexterity, and roll a Painter's kit dexterity.
Okay. Shoot, I only got one last round of fortune. Well, I'm gonna guidance both, but I'll weaver tools for the fortune.
Man.
Wow, good thing or bad thing I did. Yikes. So guidance. Roll 1d4. Okay, roll 12. And then painter supply, no guidance. Or no fortune.
Your
I'm a
picture,
far better painter.
yes, your paintings are spectacular. Your weaving, on the other hand, I mean, maybe it's a spider or maybe it's a jellyfish. No one's really sure.
You know what? That actually adds to the appeal. I'll make its eyes a little bit bigger and, make it a little bit more cartoony.
Fair enough. But so I mean, yeah, you work on these props and you now have them for the next time you tell the story.
Nice.
Um,
As Rattlegas goes by, though, I will throw the spider at him, just, from on high.
Can I roll a dexterity save?
yes. Like the fucking Matrix, just what?
I bear. If it's okay if I describe this, I
Go ahead.
Yeah,
barely I move just enough out of the way for it to miss me, and then I catch it.
Insert One Piece moment of
Yeah.
you have gained hockey. Just
Jeez, you move so fast. It's just a spider. Is all you hear as she gives a grin.
It's just my old reflexes from my acrobatics years. Yes, yes, I was
like
a
time in the
tumbler for quite some time. Hold
on, I want to roll insight for Celine, but this is going to be hilarious either way.
Roll an insight check. Rattlegas, roll a deception check.
Yeah. Up. My charisma's so low.
I actually have good insight, I forget.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna use inspiration.
You're going to use that to try to bluff her? Oh, I think you get it.
Except that
that
cereal.
was mine.
Oh, that is
We're
serious.
all in the tavern,
This is true.
and I have been calling him on
So
his bullshit this
close.
entire time.
So close.
So, yeah, okay, use a tumbler, sure. I mean, probably, but, whether or not he learned those particular set of skills from tumbling, now that's another question entirely.
So, Celine, so you learn how to fall so you won't hurt yourself in your old age. More old people should do that. And she 100% believes you, despite seeing past the lie. She knows it was a lie, but she still chooses to believe you out of willful, stupid ignorance.
Whereas Cyril's just sitting here looking, it's like, yeah, acrobatics.
Yeah. You see her starting to sketch something, and it's pretty sure it's a picture of you doing a backflip, but she hasn't quite got it down yet.
That's a very interesting way of putting it.
Characters that make me want to protect them, and then make me want to cry when they disappear.
Yeah, well, you. I mean, being old's got to be tough, right? I mean, I'm not old, so I don't know, but she just looks up with that innocent, childish, kind of said the wrong thing, but doesn't care.
It comes with an equal number of advantages and disadvantages, I would say.
What's an advantage?
Well, I have accumulated much wisdom over my years. I would say it has given me insight that young people lack to a great extent.
She picks up the little spider that she's made and kind of fluffing it up as she's listening to you, and then goes, "Well, I hope you can help me in the future then." She says with just that smile and just kind of innocent little sway.
It would be my pleasure.
If I ever need advice, I'll be here for you.
It would give me no greater joy than for someone to ask my advice.
Thank you. Thank you, grandfather. And she just kind of goes, sits back by the fire and just you see her working on her little spider and, sometimes getting an idea and scribbling something. And sometimes you'll see her just talking to her book at this point. Or Saloon, who will look at the look around for the guy who played cards with him and just constantly harass him at any time he sees him, like stick out his tongue and like try to goad him into another round of cards.
Alright, fair enough.
I'm sure Saloon's a bird, not a trickster.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you sure it's a bird, not a trickster?
It's totally a bird. Saloon is
It's an imp in disguise.
It might be an imp in disguise. It's almost making me regret not going Pack of Chain.
Almost.
Almost. Yeah, Tasha's. Why didn't you get on that?
Because the ranger needed the help more.
To be fair, yeah, it did.
Ranger
Triage.
Ranger equals best class, but by far the most damaged class.
Damage is being kind to the Ranger. I'm glad it got better.
Anyway.
Opinion that you have there, Brent.
Shut up. Everybody wants to be Aragorn, no one wants to be Boromir.
But I like Boromir.
And you're okay. It's okay to be wrong, Callie.
But I like Boromir.
I mean, I'd rather be Gandalf.
Why is Boromir the ranger? He's a
Boromir's
fighter,
not the
if anything.
Exactly. Everybody wants to be Aragorn, who's the ranger. No one wants to be Boromir.
What is? Hold on a second.
I want to be Gandalf. I want to be the dude that shows up at the very end of the fucking thing, steals the kill, takes all the experience, and then shows up with a new title and a new outfit.
That's about right.
Yep, and is vastly more powerful than everyone again. In Gandalf's fairness, though, he was already stupidly more powerful than everyone. Literally, the Balrog, Sauron, and maybe a handful of other threats could kill him. Fucking bullshit. But, whatever.
When you're overpowered, you know it.
Yeah. When you're overpowered and you know it, you appear in the throne room of Goblin King and kill him. In front of all the goblins. And then get away! Scot-free.
And then get away.
I don't remember David Bowie dying to Gandalf, but I may have missed that. Wrong Goblin King.
That would have been a great way to end that.
I kind of wanted to see that. I think David Bowie would win that, though.
But, anyway.
Being another David, I can speak with confidence. David would win.
I thought you were going to say with the dead, but I'm so sorry.
So anyway, you guys...
Too soon.
Too soon, yeah.
No, it's too soon. Sean Connery's dead, man. That is too fucking soon. The last of the dragons is gone.
I'll pour another drink to that. Then I can talk like him and say stirred. How does he say it? Stirred? Stirred. He's trying to say stirred, but it comes out like stirred.
Stirred.
Shaken, not
Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah, exactly. See, I can't do it.
Let's admit it. The one that's going to be the devastating one to all of us is the one bitch who won't die. When Betty White passes away, we are all going to be
goddamn. Betty White's outlived everything.
Well, I know that there's going to have to be a new Lich King.
Betty White.
Well, who's it going to be? Joan Rivers is already gone.
My dad is drunk as fuck upstairs.
I mean, maybe,
it happens.
Maybe Lisa Lampanelli could make a comeback. I don't know what the fuck happened to her. There's no way she made it in 2020 as a comedian, though. I tell you that right now.
Oh.
Hilarious. Funniest woman ever. But no way she's still doing comedy in 2020.
I've become a lightweight when it comes to booze.
Yeah, fell in a hit a little bit.
So this was hot water up to about here, and then the rest was brandy.
Oh,
I've drank maybe half of it, and I'm feeling tipsy.
Why are you drinking hot
Probably.
water and brandy?
It does sound like an old timer drink, but
It is. Cuts
But-
back just enough of the bite of the brandy, but still leaves a good taste. And helps the throat.
Okay.
Sore
Anyway,
throats be
so Radogast, as the party retires to their rooms, you have another errand you wanted to run.
Yes.
What was it?
May I,
Go ahead and whisper it to me.
I can say out loud, unless I mean the only way that one of the party members would know is if they saw me leaving and saw where I went. But I'm
that
gonna
was
go.
actually where I was going with that because Celine will be probably stargazing again.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna stalk the streets and try and find Oyen and specifically the party that's with him.
Okay.
I'll be working on the wagon.
You're gonna go find a wagon, or you're gonna go?
Oh, our current one.
Ah.
It was discussed last time between Wolf and I that he would like me to make make our particular wagon a bit more sturdy and deadly. Battle wagon.
There's nothing wrong with the battle. Oh, I can paint it!
Go ahead and roll a Mason's Tools check. Querying intelligence.
Masons or Smiths?
Smiths. Sorry. Querying intelligence.
Okay, let's. I think you got the right one.
Is 12 really? What's your intelligence score? Or your
Oh no, I think
intelligence
my
modifier?
strength on that one.
Yeah. Go ahead and query intelligence for me.
Yeah.
All right. So, let me adjust your character sheet for you. Attribute query. Okay. We'll leave it at that for now. But I will give you that nat 20. So you're drawing up the plans right now on how you can armor the carriage and how you can probably make it more deadly. So you are drawing up plans. Celine, you are definitely. I'm imagining you're kind of on the roof, aren't you?
If she can get on a roof, she will absolutely take that option.
Roll me an
I'm
acrobatics
sure
check.
Oh, acrobatics. Oh, wow. Okay. Oof. I no longer have help. Though I could argue I've had a short rest, but all right, now we'll live with the consequences. Okay, where is it?
Well, it's not a large building and it's fairly well made, so it's not hard to get up. So you do manage to get up onto the roof of the tavern and stare up at the stars. I want both you and Serial to roll a perception check while Radogast you roll a stealth check. So yeah, neither of you notice Radogast as he leaves.
Have you found anything yet? What I found? Shit!
I do have to check one more stealth check, though, if I may.
Okay.
Or one more. Saloon.
Yes.
Since he is with me, so.
Go ahead.
Where is his... Oh, wow, I forget. He actually has good perception. And he has advantage on these.
That is fine.
Still doesn't see him, though. Yeah, okay. Okay, just wanted to be sure.
Yep. So you guys are you're out at the carriage, Serial, and you've got a pretty good idea of how you're going to enhance this carriage and make it deadly as well as armored. it's going to take some material and time. Time is the thing that's going to take a lot of, and you don't
Oh yeah.
necessarily have much of it tonight. But if you want to try and do some of it over the course of the rest of your travels, you may get somewhere, depending on how much material. Excuse me. How
That'll
much?
basically be how I'll be spending most of my nights.
Yeah, but how much material you can find, how much work it actually needs, and you would need a forge for some of the more intricate weaponry or some of the more complicated armor bits.
Right, which hopefully we can pick up something like that along the way here.
Yeah. Celine, you're gazing up at the stars, you know, feeling kind of at peace, talking to your patron and
She
telling.
did just go to get a second drink real quick.
Yeah, that. Oh, okay. Fair enough. But, David, what is Rattlegas doing?
So he's trying to find Owen's carriage and locate the party of adventurers. And the same thing that he's been trying to do is just find when one of them goes off on their own.
Okay. So you actually make your way through the town fairly easily, um, because it's just a town. Nobody's expecting anything bad to happen. It's just easy breezy. You do, however, discover that there is another inn in town called the Fair Maiden's Fancy. Um, and outside, you notice uh, near the stables is a wagon littered with birds. Um, so here is definitely Oyen's cart, if nothing else.
Okay.
Do you go in?
Can I use my disguise kit before I go in?
Yes. What would you like to disguise yourself as?
As generic as possible.
So
Just a. Mhm.
roll your disguise kit. Query dexterity. So the thing about half orcs and about orcs in general is their porcine features are hard to cover. They also their jaw structure is a little hard to disguise. However, you have enough in your disguise kit to play down those aesthetics and to remove your aesthetic. So you don't necessarily change yourself from a half orc to something else, but you definitely don't look like you.
Okay.
You look like a half orc that is far younger, uh, probably more sturdy, not so many wrinkles either. And you're able to darken up your hair with some soot, or what little hair you have left. But you are able to thoroughly disguise yourself as someone else.
Okay. Yeah, I go inside.
All right. As you go inside, you discover that these adventurers seem to have another talent. They are performing on a raised stage because this tavern apparently does have a bard in residence, or at least in attendance tonight. In fact, you recognize the bard as Mr. Zeris, the bard who's been traveling with your caravan, the one-eyed high elf.
Hmm.
You do notice he is playing a violin quite enthusiastically. Um, But as he's doing so, the group of adventurers that you met are on stage, and they are acting out a amazing battle against a minotaur. This minotaur looks like it's the biggest one in their group, um, or maybe it's an illusion. You're not 100% sure. If you wanted to roll a perception check an investigation check.
Yeah, I will do my best.
That is an illusionary minotaur. But you notice that it's none of the adventurers casting it. It's the bard. He's casting a silent image spell, you imagine.
Hmm.
But they are fighting it, and they are putting on quite the show. And it's got the whole bar's attention. Oyen's in the front, debating or talking animatedly, but under his breath, so as not to disturb the performance, with someone at his table. And that someone eventually gets up and leaves in a huff as the performance comes to an end.
And they're all there doing the performance, the whole
Yes,
party?
the whole party.
Okay.
As it comes to an end, they take a bow. It's a well-rehearsed bow, too. Like, they do a proper stage bow, all locking hands and bowing as one in perfect time. But, nevertheless, they take their bow, get their standing ovation and their praises, and make quite a pretty penny. Uh, you know, having entertained the bar. Oyen seems to be enjoying his drink and enjoying their company as they return and join his table. And all in all, it seems like they're kind of enjoying the night.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a seat like in the corner and order like order an ale and just like really slowly sip it and just keep an eye on them and see if one of them ever splits from the group.
Eventually, one of them does. He is the older one, the one who kind of looks like he may be a wizard.
Mhm.
Or maybe he's just an old man with a walking stick. Although, Tolkien says they're one and the same. But you do see he splits from the group and starts heading upstairs.
Hmm. Can I tell? Is this an inn or just a?
It's like your current inn. It is a tavern with rooms for rent. There is a large bar area downstairs. But yes, it does function as an inn as well as a tavern.
Okay. I follow him upstairs.
Okay. As you follow him upstairs, he enters the last room on the right and just slips in quietly, not really paying attention. He's
Okay.
He's a older man.
Was I close enough to hear whether or not the door was locked?
Roll a perception check.
Okay, good ears for an old man.
Yes, you do. And no, yes, the door was locked.
Okay. Um. Hmm. I think that I will. I'm going to take my leave.
Okay.
Yep.
As you leave, the biggest one, who may or may not be either a barbarian or a fighter, you're not 100% sure about her vocation, she comes pounding up the stairs and just gives you a grunt of acknowledgement as she goes into the room right next to that one. She is also from this traveling troupe.
Okay.
You do hear her muttering something about Oyen being difficult. which you, with your agreeable disposition, you still understand that, yes, Oyen is difficult. He is an argumentative, combative individual at the best of times. When he drinks, it gets worse. So yes, he has pissed off many an individual with his endless debates and arguments and other such things.
Okay. From where I could tell the room was at, would I be able to tell from the outside of the building if there's a window that goes into that room?
You would be able to tell, actually.
Okay.
Mostly because the rooms here seem to all be street facing. So most of them have windows, except for the ones closest to the stairs. Because
Okay.
they share a wall with the chimney stacks.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until everyone retires for the evening and the streets die down like as much as possible,
Okay.
and then try to stealthily make my way up to his window.
To which one? The old man?
The old man. Yep.
Okay. So, Serial and Celine. It is now getting late in the evening. Acrony has retired well into his cups. Wolfenite and Thier have both retired. What about you two?
I'm gonna spend as much time as I can researching into getting a portable smithy for that we can fit in our current mode of transportation.
Okay.
Since I don't need quite as much sleep as everyone else, I'm not gonna spend the whole night on it, but just long enough.
Oh, fair enough. So roll a intelligence check. So, getting the portable smithy isn't necessarily the hard part, it's finding one. Installing it on your cart isn't necessarily hard. Using it is even easier, especially for you. Finding one is a little more difficult because it is a heavy bit of construction. And so you'd either have to find someone to A, assemble it directly on a wagon, or B, you'd have to find enough people to lift it onto a wagon.
Right.
Um,
I'll be right back. I need to go help bring groceries in.
No worries. The only problem is that you don't have the wagon. Celine.
I think Celine has to go back to, well, of course, telling the stars about everything. And she's just going to spend her time up here talking about actually how she's a little bit scared about going and facing a dragon, which is what we're supposed to be doing.
Or at least a dragon cult.
Yeah, to her it's just big scary monster. And she's just kind of venting a little bit as Saloon's just sitting in her lap, clearly tired out from pestering everybody and winning at gambling, and just kind of is snoozing in her lap as she just kind of tells the stars about all this stuff, good, bad, whatever it is, whatever her experiences were, and yeah.
Alright. Cool.
And as that happens, Brent, I want you to do me a thing from now on, if you would.
Sure, what do you want?
I will message you right now what that thing is.
Right, meow?
Right now? I'm just gonna send you just a text.
Interesting.
Whether we roll for it or
I'm actually gonna have you roll me a wisdom saving throw.
okay.
I think that's the fair way to do that.
Yeah. I want there to be some loss, but you'll determine the degree with the saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Then, character sheet. Hold on. It's being fussy. Bio. Nope. Come on. Alright. Wisdom.
Okay.
Oh, pretty high, though.
Whoa.
So, as you fall asleep, and as you rest and talk to the stars a little bit, you're sitting there thinking, how did you get here? How you met these fine people in a town, or was it a road? It was somewhere, wasn't it? Well, yeah, it had to be somewhere. Everything has to be somewhere.
Gotcha.
But where? You're not quite sure. But you shrug. They're nice people. You're all heroes. What's it matter? What's it
Got
matter
it.
how the journey begins, so long as it begins?
Got it. Thank you.
Yep. And yes, so as part of your character and as part of things, as per request, this will happen.
Any day
Yep.
Yeah, like I said.
Yep. So as you're sitting there pondering that, and then eventually give up, because, what's it matter? Radogast. It
Yes.
is now way late in the evening.
Yes.
Everyone has gone to sleep. There's maybe one or two guards would be generous, but there's one or two militiamen out patrolling. Most of the militiamen are on the wall because it does have some towers, but not many. What? You try and sneak up to this man's window, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check to get onto the second story.
Yes.
Easily done, especially for one of your particular skill set.
I do a backflip.
It's not quite as graceful as it used to be.
Hey.
Age catching up with you.
Oh, I'm just as graceful as I was 40 years ago.
Walking off
Just
the
a little
limbs.
more deft.
Uh-huh. You land. And as you proceed, you sneak along to the window. I want you to roll me a stealth check.
The window.
Quiet as a church mouse, if not quieter. You sneak up to the old man's window. And Mason, that bag is loud.
Sorry.
It's all good. I love you, brother. But anyway, as you sneak up to the window, you can see that the window is actually slightly opened to create a ventilation effect. Do you lift it?
I'm going to try and slip in while lifting it as little as possible.
Roll me a sleight of hand check. You're able to jimmy the window fairly quietly, but unfortunately it's a little wider than you'd like. But, whatever. Now roll me a stealth check to get inside. Yeah, you're pretty quiet. So you slip inside just fine. The wood creaks a little bit, but it's an old building, and the old man doesn't seem to stir at all.
Okay.
You do see him. He is in bed, asleep, human, older than you, definitely.
I'm going to quietly investigate his belongings and see if I can find anything obviously suspicious.
Roll an investigation check. You don't find anything suspicious. You find some clothes, some spare clothes, some more clothes, some clothes, a coin purse with maybe about a dozen gold coins and various other silver and copper. You find his
Okay.
walking stick because that's kind of obvious. It's actually propped along the door. So you notice that he's kind of jammed one end of his walking stick into the wall and has kind of put the staff as like a drop down bar and has pushed an end table or his end table against it to bar the door on top of the lock.
Okay. Is there any light in the room?
Aside from the moonlight, no. But you do have
Okay.
dark vision, I believe.
So I am going to cover his mouth and take out my dagger and put it on his throat. And hopefully the mouth or the hand on his mouth is going to wake him up. And I've still got all my disguise on, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
it's
taking that off.
dark. So.
Yep. So you put the hand over his mouth, and it takes him a second, but he wakes up, and just as he starts looking around, the blade goes to his throat, and he freezes, and he looks up at you, his eyes wide in terror, just.
I don't need to kill you, but I will if I must. Yell, and you die. Tell me your purpose here. And I open my fingers just enough for him to barely speak.
We're just trying to get to Waterdeep. We needed protection and a large caravan. It's easier to travel in large numbers.
What are you protecting yourselves from?
The road. There were hobgoblins, and there's rumors of other fierce and.
I drive my knife just a little bit into his throat, enough to draw blood. Lie again, and you die.
It's no lies. There's all kinds of nasty creatures. I can't do magic. It's a prop.
Why are you disguising yourselves?
We're stage performers out of Baldur's Gate. It's a play we put on.
Why travel such a dangerous road?
We were in a caravan. They
And
didn't make it. We ran.
explain.
We came upon those hobgoblins attacked our caravan first. That's why we hid with Oyen in the back. They attacked our caravan last time. It was barely a third the size of this one. When they attacked, we ran and just kept running.
Can I roll insight?
Yes, you can. He is telling the truth. If not the shaking and stammering of his breath, if not for the fact that you clearly have the advantage, the pungent odor that's filling the room definitely gives you some idea. We're just performers. We can't fight hobgoblins.
I am going to try and knock him unconscious.
Roll me a attack with your dagger. It'll be bludgeoning, not piercing. 25. Go ahead and roll damage.
The sneak attack.
Yes. So, boom, way out. In fact, you actually hit him so hard, you're actually worried that he might not wake up. So you check his pulse, and no, he's still alive.
Okay.
But he is way out.
I'm gonna take the gold from his bag.
Okay.
And then can I run through his stuff one more time? Will you let me do another
Yeah, I'll let you do
investigation?
Another one.
Okay. God, I am so bad at that.
I mean, let's be fair here. You don't have to be quite as quiet about it this time.
This is true. But you dump out his bag more or less, and there's a lot of costumes in here. You thought it was weird that he mostly had clothes. Now it kind of makes sense because most of these are costumes. It seems that this old man does play a wizard, though. He has 3 different wizarding hats. He has 3 different sets of robes, some nicer than others. He's got an extra set of traveling clothes, sure. But yeah, this guy's mostly just dressing up in wizard garb. You see he has a fake spell book with fake spells written in. The only thing of note that you pour out onto the floor is a crystal on a necklace. And when I say necklace, I mean just a strip of leather. But it is technically a spellcasting focus.
Okay. I take that, the book, and I'm going to take his staff. So the gold, the book, the crystal, the staff.
Roll me a sleight of hand check to pry the staff loose. Yeah, easily done.
I guess I'm okay at failing at investigating.
Your investigation is garbage, but everything else is awesome.
I'm going to spill out 2 gold coins in the room. So just drop them on the ground.
Yep.
And then I'm going to exit out of the window and plop down to the ground.
Okay, roll me an acrobatics check, please. You don't take any fall damage, but that's smarts. That wasn't the most graceful landing you ever had.
I'm going to drop 3 more gold coins.
Okay.
And then I'm actually going to go find a spot and bury the bag somewhere that's maybe just right at the edge of town if it's not too far.
You do find a small park that's mostly flower beds, shrubberies, but berry bushes, and a couple of fruit-bearing trees. That would be the closest spot you could bury something like this in.
Okay. Then I will bury it there.
Okay. And you bury just the bag of gold, or do you bury the book and the stuff too?
No. That's a good question. Yeah, I guess I'll bury all of it there.
Okay. The staff is a little big. You imagine you have to break it if you wanted to bury it.
I'm just gonna break the staff and just throw it in a bush somewhere.
Okay. Toss one piece there, one piece the other way. Did you want to try and hide the dig site, or did you want to just kind of leave it?
Just minimal effort hiding it.
Roll me a sleight of hand check if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, even with your minimal fucking effort, it still looks like just regular soil that someone probably overturned for, weeding or whatever have you.
Okay. Alright, head back and head to bed.
Alright. As you head to bed, actually, I think that's a good place to stop it for the night, because I don't want to do another day and then leave town without the other guys doing something.
Cool beans.
But yeah, Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Sorry for the shorter session today, but we do have Matt is a bit under the weather, as is Mr. Eric. Um, and, our thoughts and best wishes go out to them. Whitehill is studying because he is a student still, so he does still have to study.
How dare he try to better himself?
I know, and learning Russian too. How dare he?
God, the peasants are rising up again. I mean, what?
Suka, блядь.
But anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's stream, even though it was a little more lighthearted and a little more unfocused than normal. But you know what? I had fun.
Oh, I enjoy our little bits of roleplay fun.
I mean, it's not always about us, but it is.
I mean, I'm not saying everyone else is unimportant. I'm just saying we're more important.
Anyway, so thank you all so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. I want to thank my amazing cast of characters who took the time to be here today. We have, of course, Mr. Mason playing Serial, our wood elf rune knight. Now official content, thanks to Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Always a pleasure, and hopefully I can start some blacksmith shenanigans.
We have Mr. Rattlegast, the Orc Avenger, played by my brother David.
Just a run-of-the-mill robbery is what it appears to have been.
We have the ever lovely Callie Cat playing Celine, the Stargazer. I almost said Celine of Water and Earth. I don't know why.
Well, you remember She of Water and Earth. She was a lot of fun.
Yes, she was.
But she has to protect Darmy's grave. She has to make sure Fallen is okay. And that nobody else eats them but her.
Exactly. But thank you guys so much for playing. It is always a pleasure.
And thank you so much for running it live.
Always happy to do so.
You the best.
And again, thank you all for watching. And, best wishes to our cast who couldn't be here today. But they are doing other important things and taking care of themselves, hopefully. Matt and Eric, if you're watching this, you better be taking care of yourself.
Otherwise, we're gonna beat you.
Yeah,
We're gonna beat you.
We know where you live.
Tahoe is not a big place. Everybody knows where everybody lives. At least it seems that way in the casinos, anyway.
Yeah.
We're a small town. I know just about everyone that lives here. I've also kicked out most of them.
Well, there you go, too. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it immensely. And we are now officially in December. We are now officially near Christmas. We are less than 20 days till Christmas. And guys, just remember, 2020 is almost over. And there's so many things to be grateful for. And for those of you who have your health and your loved ones, there's no better time than Christmas to show them that. And I think a little peace on earth, God willing, and good cheer and best wishes towards man are kind of what we need right now. So just remember the Christmas spirit, even if you don't celebrate it. If you celebrate Hanukkah, because I think Hanukkah starts on Friday, actually. The first day of Hanukkah is Friday.
Oh, does it? Well,
I think so. I think someone at work told me that. I don't know. I only have one Jewish friend. and he's never hung out with me or talked to me about Hanukkah, so but even if you don't celebrate Christmas, the spirit is still there. And it's just a little more love in December, especially for 2020, I think is appropriate for everybody. I know we all love you all very much here at my humble little channel. And we appreciate you all watching and showing up every week for those of you who do. And for those of you who can't and just watch our archive on YouTube, we still appreciate you just as much.
And yet, you are correct. It is the 11th that Hanukkah starts.
See? But anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And you know what? There's some fun things coming in the future for this channel and for this stream. I can't wait. I know I'm excited. I know my players are excited. You will be seeing David and Callie and Vodari. Mr. Mason is unfortunately unable to make it due to time reasons. But, there's always the future.
If I'm not able to attend, I'll still try to be in the chat. So if any of you are wanting to chat, I'll be there.
There you go. I have a brand new cast of characters to introduce you to. I know Whitehill's going to be attending Vodari as a member of that campaign. And I have a couple brand new friends I'd like you all to meet, and hopefully you give them as warm a welcome as you've given all my friends so far. Anyway, guys and gals, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I am your master of games, your master of the universe, Dr.JWolfenstein. And again, we will see you next time on Tyranny of Dragons. See ya.
Bye.